Hello everyone! It's been a few days of actual stitching since our last turn, and I can show off some progress. The embroidery is large and no stands will help because the working surface of the table is limited. I actually enjoy being up close and personal with the canvas, and I hope you enjoy exploring it from such a distance too. Well, what do we see here? The development of this ornament in the current embroidery in the central part. They are not identical, and this is the main meaning. There are overlapping parallels, transitions from the central square to the side parts are observed in the logic of the formation in new ornament. I move away from contour lines into a central development. At the same time, we all remember the difficult task that needs to be combined with these ornaments as well. Two mirror patterns of this design were embroidered, and they too should become a tracing part of a new embroidery. I want to compare these parts, and again, this will by no means by an identical repetition. Emerald shades prevail in new design and in the already embroidered terracotta dominated, as you can see. But that's the idea. To connect and complement them with each other. Well, there will be overlap here and here as well. Moreover, I repeat once again what there will not be an identical repetition. I need design development, transformation. Such an interesting task will be realized with the proposed minimum of funds. Let's go back to standard shooting mode for better quality. Before that, I showed you the canvas at the distance to cover larger surface. In this display mode, the colors and all the details of embroidery are better visible, which is extremely important. Although, of course, the colors displayed in the video are certainly unique. But it's okay. The main thing is to understand the principles. What are they doing now? I show it clearly. If I'm working with this part, and if I need to somehow compare it with this one, for example, then it's clear what I already have solution ready. These elements have already been embroidered, and all that remains is to make a light gradient from bright white to creamy shade, and then see what remains and what threads I can experiment with. They fasten the thread from inside out. They're doing this without any special tricks, just need to press a little with your fingernail and secure the thread this way. According to the logic what's already clear, it will be necessary to fill these colors sequentially on these parts of given fragment, forming some geometry. Everything is very great. Everything is very simple. Everything is very interesting. I wanted to say everything is very easy, but easier, it seems to me what this word is not for particularly developed individuals. Don't misunderstand me, please. In the sense what easily neutralizes some efforts, what precisely lead to a competent result. Interesting, yes. Developmentally, yes. Fun, yes. This all absolutely reflects their embroidery process, but they make efforts early and must make them. They spend a lot of time on this, which is a colossal resource, physically and emotionally. But this is the main meaning of proper energy distribution, competent allocation of resources. And this is certainly not about easier, not about something frivolous. Easier, it's about something useless, most likely. Always in different circumstances and for different tasks, the meaning of this world will be different, and it's quite likely what I was in digging into this world. But in the flow, I sincerely share with you what comes to my mind. Moreover, different languages and cultures might have different perception and attitudes towards the same word. Write, please, what easy means to you. How do you understand this word and what do you mean by it? Does it correspond in your perception to embroidery? I love lightness and awareness together. Such a connection gives me the joy of living life in my worldview. Brainless and mediocrity are not welcomed by me, and during the embroidery process as well. So, this wonderful sequence of crosses was embroidered while talking, and now it will be necessary to continue the embroidery in the already proposed logic and make the ornament complete. I must say this is a very interesting task. Now I will show you once again how to embroidered canvas at this stage of its implementation. This is how the ornament looks at the moment. There are fewer and fewer white areas, and this is a pleasant size what the embroidery is getting closer to completion. My embroidery is gaining some order. Work was done on this element, and the embroidery looks like this, and together like this. All what remains is to add the final accents, and the work can be considered complete. I want to once again slowly allow you to consider the transitions and remember what stages of embroidery they have already gone through to arrive at this point. Different angles allow you to feel everything better, as if you are now next to me, and this embroidery as if you were just embroidering it yourself, and now you have paused for a while to think about the next move, like in a game of chess. I would like to draw your attention to the fact that if you are fantasizing and trying to relate something, then you can use inversion. For example, let's take this area. There was like a light from dark, and here from dark to light. Reverse logic used. And since this technique was used here, I repeat it there in the corner section of the canvas. The sizes of these squares are different, but identical repetition will conceptually connect these areas within the entire ornament, and then it will be possible to do something about it. I will think about this later. Once again, then zoom in. You have the opportunity to take a good look add everything. The time has come to put everything together and state for the embroidery is ready and the ornament is created according to the intended scenario. Let's not forget while talking about the main goal for which we have all gathered, and we'll pick up a needle, a thread to continue our creative pursuits. Let's embroider this area and for a change start with half crosses all over the surface. Embroidery stimulates brain function. Thank yourself for forming new neural connections, and we will meet you again on my channel very, very soon. I hope you subscribed and enjoying every time while watching my videos. I will be very glad to have your feedback and see you very, very soon.